Hi guys, Knife Detector here, and this is going to be a very quick video. And it seems like lately I've been making a lot of quick videos, but sometimes you just have to make them quick, because if not, you may not get another opportunity to make that video you want to make, and this is one of those times. And what we have here is a Morakniv. You guys know this knife. It's like the favorite of bushcrafters everywhere. But this knife is an excellent fishing knife. It's an excellent knife for food prep also. Which brings me to the point of this video. I didn't really get a chance to use this very much, or even hardly at all, because my mother-in-law, Adele, asked me if I had a knife that she could use to cut cactus, because she likes to make nopales. And nopales is cactus. This type of cactus is native to where we live, and it's very yummy when you cook it with eggs, and there's lots of ways to cook it, but taking away those thorns is kind of a pain sometimes. So she said she was looking for a sharp knife to scrape it off and cut around the edges. And I told her, you know what? I think I have the perfect knife for it. So I wanted to do this quickie video because I wanted to, use this knife and do this video before I gave it to my mother-in-law. She just asked me about it today, and I never got a chance to actually make the video. So, this knife actually I got off of eBay. And notice how the cactus just slides off like butter, right? It's like all these little pieces I'm cutting, they're just dripping off like butter, because this Morakniv just cuts right through them. And I'm not even going to eat this little piece of cactus. I have such a huge cactus plant that's growing in my backyard, and so many of these young little pieces of cactus. And this is really what you want. You want the youngest pieces because they're so tender, and they're the best tasting, they're the most edible. So you want those when you're gonna cook cactus. You want those pieces. So I'm just trimming off the edges like I would, if I was gonna cook it, but I'm not gonna cook it. And testing it, because I don't want to be a liar. I told my mother-in-law this is like the perfect knife for this, right? In fact, the only thing I'm concerned about is that if I'm going to cut through it, that I might actually cut all the way through the cactus while cutting the thorns, because this knife is just incredibly sharp. As you guys know, the Morakniv knives are just super duper sharp, right? And that's why they're such great knives. And the best thing about this is that it's so affordably priced. You can buy a new one of these for about 15 bucks on eBay. I happened to get this one used. The person who had it before me actually did a decent job of kind of scraping off the top, so that if you wanted to, you could use this with a ferro rod as well, which I thought was kind of cool. I never got to use it with a ferro rod, though, unfortunately. I know that if I wanted to, my mother-in-law would lend it to me so that I could do a video, but that's not really the purpose of this. I kind of, once I give it to her, I don't want to be like, hey, can I borrow that back real quick? Don't want to be that kind of guy, right? That type of giver where you give something away and then you ask for it back. So once I give it to her, that's going to be it. So I just wanted to make this quick video, kind of preparing this cactus right here, trimming off the excess little thorns. And these have a lot of microscopic little thorns that you want to be real careful with too. And you want to make sure you get all of those before you think about cooking this cactus in any way you're going to cook it, either grilling it or cutting up into little tiny pieces, boiling it. And then after you boil it, you go ahead and you can add it to eggs. You want to make sure you have most of this, the tiny microscopic pieces out. When you can see all the bottom and the green, and it's all kind of, the moisture is coming out because you've already scraped every inch of it. That's when you're good enough to go ahead and start cooking it at that point. Plus, when you cook it, if there's any leftover microscopic pieces there, then they tend to fall off as well. So just a little quick video on how wonderful this knife is for food prep, as I'm sure you already know, because this is a very versatile knife, and I know that my mother-in-law is going to really enjoy this knife. But let's set this guy aside, right? And I also brought a couple of tomatoes. I'm not going to eat that cactus, although I probably could make myself a little salad. But check out these tomatoes right here. I mean, these tomatoes were given to my wife as a gift by a friend of hers that works with her, and she's given us so many tomatoes recently, and I love tomatoes. Guys, tomatoes are so good for your health, guys. Do a little bit of research and you find out what I mean. But really, honestly, this knife just kind of like no weight at all, just slices right through those meters. And I'm really leery of cutting myself while I'm doing this. I shouldn't be doing this really. But I want to show you just how incredibly sharp this knife is, and it's just amazingly sharp. And I want to go ahead and you know, express gratitude also for these tomatoes, because I am going to eat these guys. These guys are fantastic. They're very ripe, and my wife's friend gives them to her regularly. It's been, and she home grows this. She grows these at home from her own little tomato plants, which I think is awesome. Yeah, I'm eating them. Yeah, ate that one. Yep, that one didn't come back either. They're delicious, guys. So, anyway, just a quickie video. This fantastic knife. Give that a little wipe. You know, it's carbon steel. And you guys know carbon steel gets like ridiculously sharp. This is like a super thin paper. I'm barely touching this thing and it's like sliding off. Anyway, you get the idea. So just wanted to do this really quick video. I want to make sure I give my mother-in-law a sharp knife. Awesome knife, guys. Quick review. Wish I had a little bit more time with it, but I don't. So off it goes. Be giving it to my mother-in-law tomorrow. Hope she likes it. Y'all take care. God bless all of you guys. Stay safe. Keep your knife sharp. Keep your wits even sharper.